How's it going, YouTube? Today we're back on my 2005 Trailblazer, and in the last video we replaced the throttle body on it, trying to deal with the P2135 code, which is the throttle correlation between the A and the B. We went ahead and tested my throttle body. Go ahead and watch that video if you're starting to troubleshoot this issue, and it'll let you know how you can test your throttle body. One of my codes was a little on the edge as far as if it was working or not. Or not the code, but the ohms reading was outside of what was expected, so I went ahead and replaced it. I already had the part, and I still had the issue. The other piece that commonly causes this is this piece here, which is your accelerator pedal sensor, accelerator pedal position sensor, a couple different names for it. But and essentially there's three 10mm bolts on it and a plug, and it sits up under there right off the accelerator pedal. What I found is that where the plug goes in here, and I'll show you. This plug up here, if I would push it in, I wouldn't seem to have an issue for a while. And then I did have an issue again. And if I plug it in, it seems to go away for a bit. So I'm thinking the issue may be somewhere in this, and I don't know if it's in the plug or in the piece. But I went ahead and found the piece cheap from a junkyard off of a car that has a blown head gasket, but was running and driving fine other than that. So I went ahead and I started pulling this 10mm. And I'll go through and pull the other two, unplug this. Remember, it's got the little gray clip there. You got to pull the gray clip back before you can push in to pull the whole plug out, similar to the one on the throttle body. The bolt up on the top of this is definitely tight to get to. This would probably be easiest done with like a ratcheting wrench instead of an actual socket. But I have been able to get, it looks like, all three of these bolts with a socket. And once you get that third bolt out, the whole piece falls down. We'll pull back on this gray clip, and then we'll get this off. And it's always a good idea to take your two parts. Here's my new one. Here's the one I just took out. Just make sure that they look the same. They have the same number of pins inside. And we're pretty much ready to go now. I'll also recommend, the same as the throttle sensor, there's the three bolts. Get them all started before you tighten any one of them down. Just makes it a lot easier. That top one is a bit of a pain to get up there. It might be easier to put the bolt in when you slide this up in there and then put it in. But I was able to fish the bolt up in there after I had this bolt started. And then I just kind of got it up there between my fingers, put it in, and tightened it down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and tighten these off, and then we'll plug this back in. Okay, now that we've gotten all three of those bolts put in, made sure they're all snug. Don't do it super hard because, once again, you're going into a plastic item. You don't want to crack it. We take our plug that back in, make sure it's secure, and then we come back here and push that gray clip in. Excuse me, don't know my colors. Push that gray clip in, and we should be good. And as always, we're going to do our final checks. Start the vehicle. Yep. Looks like we are good. So, thank you for joining me today as we replaced the sensor. And please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Have a great day, and until next time.